Now let's start the new topic, that is laws of exponents, right? We are going to learn that laws, whatever we learn in grade 8, there is a one more addition, that's it. Otherwise it is same only. So let's start with the laws. First of all, let's start with the law of the same base, right? So I'm taking the same base, a raised to m multiplied by a raised to n. So if there is a product, then what we are going to do, we are going to add the power. Very simple. Now for the division, what are we going to do, right? A raised to m minus n. Subtraction. This is for the same base. Now if you have the different base, let's say a raised to m multiplied by b raised to m, right? Base is different but power is same. In that case, we can take the common power out, that is a into b raised to m. Now for the division as well, we can write a raised to m divided by b raised to m is equal to a by b whole raised to m. This is for the common base and this is for the common power. Now suppose if you want to change the power into some form of, let's say, fraction, you have a raised to m here. So if I change into fraction, that is 1 by a and it will be minus m, right? So if you take the reciprocal of the base, power will become negative, or you can say sign will be changed, positive will become negative, negative will become positive, right? So these are the 5 laws. One more law we learned, that is anything raised to 0 is what? Always 1. Anything raised to 0 is 1. There is a one important law that we need to remember this year is about, let's say, one more, I think double power is also left. So let's do a raised to m and here a raised to n. Even if you have the triple power, you just multiply the power and you get your answer a raised to m multiplied by n. Now interesting fact about this here is, let's say a raised to m by n. You have the fraction in the powers. How to deal with that case? So whatever is in fraction, whatever is in denominator, right? First of all, let's talk about numerator. Whatever is in numerator, write it as it is, a raised to m. That's it. Ignore the denominator. And denominator, you will be writing like this, raised to here n, right? So if we want to write the square root, let's say third root, or let's say cube root of 3, then we can write 3 raised to 1 by 3, right? Or maybe fifth root of it, let's say here 3 and 5 outside. So that is written in the manner 3 raised to 1 by 5. That is the fifth root of 3. This is how we can learn the laws. Now let's recall what are the laws. First of all, we have for the same base, then we have for the same power. Then you have, if you want to just change the sign of the power, or maybe you want to take the reciprocal of the base, right? And so sign will be changed. Here anything raised to 0 is 1. If you have the double power, multiply the power. If you have power in terms of fraction, we are going to write in this manner. Now let's solve few problems based on these laws. Let's discuss the sums related to laws of exponent. Let's start with the first one. So here you have 2 raised to 2 cube root of third root and fourth root, right? So let's start with the question, how to approach this kind of questions. So let's start here. First of all, let's start with this fourth root, right? So third root as it is 2 raised to 2, and we know this can be written as 1 by 4. Now let's write same for this third root, that is 2 raised to 2 and power 1 by 3 and whole raised to power 1 by 4, right? So you can see we have the multiple powers, and when we have multiple powers, what we do, we find the product of the power. So let's do it. Base as it is, you have 2 in the power, 1 by 3 in the power, 1 by 4 in the power. So 2 1s are and 2 2s are. Nothing we can do anything further than this. So here 2 raised to, right, 1 by 3 2s are 6, or we can write as well the sixth root of 2. Both are the same. Remember how we approach? We started with the most outer one, right? That is fourth root, 1 by 4. third root, that is 1 by 3. And now we can see we have 3 powers. So when we have 3 powers, find the product of all 3 powers and solve it. Now let's discuss this question first. It's quite similar. So here is equal to, let's start with the outermost here, 81 raised to minus 2 and 1 by 4 over here. Let's convert this negative power to positive for convenience. So here we can write 1 by 81, right, raised to 2 and raised to 1 by 4, right? Now we can find the product of the power. So 1 by 81 raised to 2 multiplied by 1 by 4, 1 za and 2 za. So 1 by 81 raised to 1 by 2. So basically we want to find the square root, right? So square root of 1 by 81 is 1 by what? 9. Very simple, right? So here negative power you can still multiply, but better convert it to positive to avoid any kind of confusion, right? So here 2 into 1 by 4 will simplify the power and 1 by 2. So square root is 1 by 9. Now let's discuss how to approach this kind of question. Remember all these 3 terms are in the product. These 3 terms are in the product, right? If nothing is given, we'll take as the product. So let's start here. We can write 2 raised to 1 by 3 multiply by 2 raised to 1 by 4 multiply by, here 32 is there. So 32 raised to 1 by 12, right? Now 32, if you want to see by the prime factorization, that will be 2 raised to 5. Remember, so here 2 raised to 1 by 3 multiply by 2 raised to 1 by 4 into 2 raised to 5 and whole raised to 1 by 12. Remember, right? So here if we multiply the power, now 2 raised to 1 by 3 multiply by 2 raised to 1 by 4 into 2 raised to 5 by 12, right? Simple. Now as they are in the product, we are going to add their power. So let's add their power. 2 raised to 1 by 3 plus 1 by 4 plus 5 by 12. Here LCM is what? 12. So 3 za, in this case 4 za. So 2 raised to, here denominator 12 and 4 plus 3 plus 5. So if you see here 2 raised to, here denominator 12 and numerator also, if you add it, that will be 12 as well. So 12 and 12 get cancelled. So 2 raised to 1. So answer is what? Only 2. The question looks very difficult when you see one time, but keep following the laws and you will be able to get the answer. So how to approach this kind of question? Remember, first of all, whenever 4th root or maybe 12th root or whatever root is given, right, write in the form of fractions. Then see here, base were not same, right? So we use the fact that 32 is equal to 2 raised to 5 and we made the bases same. As they are in product, we are going to add their power. So add their power, simplify and get the answer. In this case, we did not add the power, but we use the property there are multiple powers. So we multiply them and we get the answer. Same we did over here. Here also multiple power. So we simplify and get the answer. Let's discuss few more questions. Let's discuss few more questions. Let's start with the first one. This one, that is the 4th root of 625 raised to minus 2. This is similar to the last one that we discussed. So let's start here. So 4th root, so we can write 625 raised to minus 2 and 4th root is 1 by 4, right? Now let's convert into positive power. So that will become reciprocal of this, that is 1 upon 625 raised to 2 and whole raised to 1 by 4, right? So here 1 by 625 raised to 2 multiply by 1 by 4, 1 za and 2 za. So 625 raised to 1 by 2, right? So square root basically we are talking about. So that is 1 by 25 is the answer. Very simple. First what we did, we converted this 4th root into 1 by 4. Simple. Then this negative power to positive power by taking reciprocal of the base. Then we have double power. So multiply them. 1 by 2, it is the square root. So square root of 625 is 25. Now let's discuss the next one. Here it is very simple. It looks like we have so many numbers, but see, there are 3 power. Multiply the power and let's see what are we getting over here. So 81 raised to, first of all, 1 by 2 multiply by minus 1 by 4 multiply by 2. So 2 and 2 gets cancelled. Now see over here, 81 raised to minus 1 by 4. So let's convert into positive power by taking reciprocal, that is 1 by 81 raised to 1 by 4. Now 81 and 4th root, how is it possible? Remember, if you factorize 81, right, so 3 and here 2s are and here 7s are, 3 that is 9s are, 3 that is 3s are, 3 that is 1s are. So 3 raised to 4 we can write over here. See, so 1 by, instead of 81 we will write 3 raised to 4 and here 1 by 4. So 1 by 3 raised to 4 multiply by 1 by 4. 4 get cancelled. So that is 1 by 3 as the answer, right? Yes, these powers are like very complicated at some point, but we need to deal with that, right? First, what we did, multiply the power, done. Negative, so we make them positive by taking reciprocal. 81, if you don't know 4th root, right, you can do prime factorization always. Here in this case also you can do it, right, and we get the answer. Let's discuss the last one. So 81, 16, 25 and 9 over here. See, 4th, whatever power is in denominator, that root we want to take it, 4th root, and here 2, here we want to take the 2nd root. So let's start. How am I writing? 81 we have just written, that is 3 raised to 4. So let's write 3 raised to 4. And 16, how can we write in the power of like 4? That is 2 raised to 4. Factorize it if you want to see. So that being done, and here minus 5 by 4 multiply by 25 is a 5 raised to 2 and 9 is a 3 raised to 2. That is minus 5 by 2 as the power. Now let's take the power out, because see, we have common power 4 and common power 2 over here. So we can write 3 by 2 and 4 here multiply by minus 5 by 4 into here 5 by 3, 2 power here multiply by minus 5 by 2. 2 and 2 cancel, 4 and 4 cancel. So see over here 3 by 2 raised to minus 5 and here 5 by 3 raised to minus 5. We have the same power here as well. So let's find the product. 3 by 2 multiply by 5 by 3 raised to minus 5. 3 and 3 get cancelled. So what are we left with? 5 by 2 raised to minus 5. Now don't keep the power negative, convert into positive. So what we need to do in that case, we need to take the reciprocal of the base, right? So if we take the reciprocal, that is 2 by 5 and power positive. That's it. We cannot do any cancellation. Don't try to find the raised to 5. That, I mean, basically for the 5 it will be a very big number, right? So this is how we solve. Specifically, this was something new so far. So what we did, 81, 3 raised to 4. How we get the idea about 4? Because in the power, 4 is in denominator. Here we get the idea of square root, because in power 2 is there in denominator, right? So 3 raised to 4, 2 raised to 4, here square. So we take the common power out and do cancellation, right, if possible. Now here as well the common power is there. So take the power outside and find the product. Cancellation if possible. Don't keep the power negative, convert it to positive. So this is how we use the laws of exponent to solve the questions. Let's discuss few more questions. Let's start with this one. So we have 8 raised to 1 by 3 plus 27 raised to 1 by 3. So basically it's a cube root, right? So we know for 8, 2 cube is 8 and 3 cube is 27. So let's start with the sum. Here we can write directly over here. So 5 here and here 8 raised to 1 by 3, directly we can write 2 plus here in this case that it's 3 and raised to 3 and whole raised to 1 by 4. Done. So here it is 5 and 2 plus 3, that is 5. 5 raised to 3 and whole raised to 1 by 4. So see, if there is no power, we consider as the 1. So they are having the same base, right? So we can add the power 1 plus 3, that is 4. So 5 raised to 4 and whole raised to 1 by 4. So 4 and 4 and will get cancelled. So 5 raised to 1 is the answer, or only 5 is the answer. Very simple question. Remember that 8 raised to 1 by 3 is what? 2, and 27 raised to 1 by 3 or cube root of 27 is 3 only. Right? Let's discuss the next question. Here 216, okay, 4 by 216 raised to minus 2 by 3 minus 1 by 256 raised to minus 3 by 4. Okay, so we can do one thing. First of all, let's start with these, whatever the root is given over here, third root. Which number, if you like take cube of it, you get 216, that is 6, right? 6 cube is equal to 216. So let's write here is equal to 4 by 6 cube raised to minus 2 by 3, and here 256. Which number you multiply 4 times with itself, so you get 256, that is 4. 4 raised to 4. So 4 raised to 4 is what? Minus 3 by 4, right? So you can see over here, if we multiply their power, 4 by 6 raised to 3 multiply by minus 2 by 3. 3 and 3 will get cancelled. Minus 1 by 4, and here raised to 4 multiply by minus 3 by 4. So 4 and 4 get cancelled. So here 4 by 6 raised to minus 2 and minus here 1 by 4 raised to minus 3. So what to do in this case? We have the negative power, convert to positive. So let's convert them. Positive is equal to here 4 into 6 raised to 2 minus here 4 raised to 3, right? This is what we are getting over here. You want to simplify and get the answer, we can do that as well. Let's do over here. So 4 into 6 square, that is 36, minus 4 cube, that is 64, right? So here 6 4s, that is 24, 4 and 2 over here, and 4 3s are 12. 12 and 2 is what? That is 14. 144 minus 64, right? So I think 80 you are going to get if you subtract over here, right? So it's simple only. You just need to keep in mind that how you are taking the steps over here, right? This is like you have the fraction as well, then you have the power, and even it is negative in the fraction, right? So yes, you need to follow the steps in the proper way. Start with the whatever root is given, with that only, that's better idea to do it. Third root is there, so we have taken 6 cube. Fourth root is there, so we have given 4 raised to 4, right? That being done, multiply the power. Whatever is left, negative power, so convert to positive. Reciprocal we need to take, so denominator will go where? Into numerator. That being done, we just simplified it afterwards. Simplification, 6 square, 36, multiply by 4, that is 144, minus here 4 cube, that is 64. So final answer is 80. Let's discuss few more questions.